Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we are back building the Landship in Stormworks. Today, we're actually going to try and make this thing float, and in fact, actually, we're going to see if it floats right now. So, I'm currently cruising out of the hangar with this thing, and we're heading straight towards the sea. So, let's see if this thing will float already, and if not, let's go ahead and fix it so that it does. Right, so whilst we're on our way down to the water, we need to figure out where we could actually put some propellers. Now, I'm thinking right here underneath would actually not be too bad. We don't really want to get chopped up, though, as we get inside. And we also actually have no other way of getting into this vehicle other than this on the back. So we also need to put some sort of way of getting in and out. And I'm thinking this bit right here makes sense for that. At least I think so, anyway. What else we got going on? Well, not much. I don't know whether this thing's going to float or not. It's going to be kind of interesting to see, because if the water goes obviously up to there and goes over the top, then it will sink. But if the water stays low, it won't sink. So, yeah, let's see. I think we're going to have a bit of an issue here, because I feel like the vehicle itself might actually weigh too much. So I don't know if it's ever actually going to float. Currently no water in here, but there is about to be. Yeah, there's about to be lots of water in here. So currently, it doesn't actually float. Okay, so how can we go about making it float then? If we go to some control surfaces, we might be able to get it floating using these. And when I say floating, I mean just a little bit. It's not going to be crazy. It's hopefully just going to float at like a tiny bit. So let's go ahead and just shove these guys on both sides. I'm going to shove them into here like this. And I'm actually going to do it pretty much all the way along the side. There's going to be so many of these, it's ridiculous. There we go. Yeah, and beautiful, and a little bit more. Awesome, and then a little bit on the front end too, I suppose. There we go, and there we go. Right, cool. So that should float a little bit nicer now. We're then going to go to pivots, and I am actually going to go ahead and put some pivots in here too. I know that sounds ridiculous, but that's what we're going to do. So, not these. Sorry, these ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. We're then going to go to the front and do a very similar thing, but I'm going to delete these first, delete those first, and delete all of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And instead of it being like part of the actual vehicle, we're going to cut this off. There we go. If we put a separate siding in somewhere back here as well, that is exactly what we're going to do back here too. So 1, 2, 3, I guess. Hold on, actually, I can do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And what I'm going to do there is seal this off right here. Seal this off right here. Do this from here backwards to there-ish. Yep, that'll work. And then I'm going to go down from there, obviously. Yes. All right, hopefully that works out. I'm sure it will. Maybe. All right, there we go. And what I actually need to do is seal off that bit at the end. So I'm actually going to delete one of these and delete this guy as well. And hopefully, these pivots will give us some extra buoyancy. That's what they're supposed to do. And when I say supposed to, that's the glitch. So we'll see what happens there. We're also going to actually add some into the main vehicle itself, because we might as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, there we go. And I guess that should actually be the back end floating. So we'll do this. Ooh, that's an issue. We need a pipe for that. Here we go. I don't know if this is actually going to do anything either, so this might all be for nothing. But we will see. Maybe adding a door into this would actually not be a bad idea either. Door, yes, because then we can seal this off and have separate pieces inside as well. Which, again, might be a good idea. Alright, so if I shove that into there... Oh, we're going to have to use these ones. We're going to have to use these, but that's okay. So shove these guys into there like this. Do this guy across here, all the way up to the top, including this bit, and then we need some pivots in this room somewhere as well. Hopefully, now that we've actually sectioned off all of these parts, this will actually work, but it could be that it doesn't. But we'll see. So we'll fill in all of those, and I'm actually going to go ahead and sort of seal those. But they're not actually going to be sealed, is the main thing here. There we go. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead and spawn it in again. We will then drive forwards and see what happens this time. Right, just because we're on our way over there, let's go ahead and reload the gun. Here we go, and let's just shoot it. I don't know why I want to do this, but, you know, look at it. I think this is really cool. I do think extending the turret backwards was definitely a good idea. I do wish we could attach this actually into the barrel a little bit more, but that's not actually a thing we can do, unfortunately. But let's go ahead and fire. 3, 2, 1. It's a big cannon. That is a big cannon. I don't know if this is going to float. I actually kind of think that it's not going to, but we'll see. All right, here we go. We are sailing into the water. If the front of our vessel, which it's hopefully going to be soon, starts lifting up, that would be great. Unfortunately, I don't think that is the case. Or is it? Yes, it is. We are actually floating. Look at that. The entire thing is actually now floating. Awesome. Alright, so what we're now going to need to do is to actually introduce some propellers on the back and some rudders so we can actually move. Oh, actually, we're not going to need rudders whatsoever. And the main reason we're not going to need rudders is because we're going to use the tank controls, the same ones right here, to actually be able to drive it. So... no, actually, I say the same ones. We're not actually going to use the same ones. But it's sort of going to be the same ones in some ways. Right, so if I delete this and this, and I shove this guy here, we're going to delete this guy, which is our pipe to our tracks. And we're going to get, where is it? One of these, a T-piece? Yes. Let's shove that onto there like this. We'll get a corner piece and shove that onto there like this. There we go. And we're going to shove these guys together like that. There we go. So, what that then allows us to do is to actually send this straight backwards, straight out of here, into a propeller. Okay, yes. Propeller, yeah! Let's go with one of these. So, I'm going to go ahead and shove that right there. Yes, it looks a little bit deadly, especially when the entrance is right here. But we can probably block that off with something. Maybe a railing, actually. I just typed in tail, I mean rail. There we go. So what I'm thinking we do is we actually just attach one... Oh, do it upside down. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3 of those. Actually, let's just do this on the last one. But the right way up, obviously. So turn that around, shove it on there. That looks kind of cool. Yeah, we can keep those. And then we can jump in all we want. But essentially, we're going to go ahead and get some tank controls for the propellers, so we don't need any rudders. Seems to make sense to me. All right, shove those guys together. We then need another one of these. So I'm going to go ahead and mount it actually on the back of that one. There we go. And let's go ahead and connect it up. So right motor is this one. Left motor is this one. And then we need A and D, which is going to go to left and right. And W and S, which is just going to go to up and down. Hey, there we go. Right, cool. So give these guys some electricity. This guy some electricity. We might need a gearbox. So let's go ahead and shove a gearbox in real quick. Here we go. Excellent. And we're going to do this. 3 to 1. Good. And 3 to 1. If we need a reverse, we're going to go and do this and this. And we're going to have to put a button to reverse. But that's fine. So connect those guys. Also, side note, I don't think we need all of these. I just thought it'd be funny to put them all in. But I don't think we need them. Anyway, reverse is going to go on to... Oh, hang on. Reverse is going to have to go into one of these to begin with. So we get reverse on the actual vehicle. And then 3 is going to be reversed for when it's in water mode. Alright, yeah, that works. Which one of these is reverse, though? It's the last one. It's this one. Okay, so we connect this up to 2. We connect 2 down to this one. And we need to label these things. So 1 is engine. 2 is land reverse, and 3 is sea. Sorry, water reverse. There we go. All right, all of that should actually work now. So if we go into the water, we should actually be able to drive it around, sort of. Okay, so whilst we're on our way over there, let's see if these propellers will even spin, and so far, no, they will not, and I don't actually know why. Is it because the clutch won't... No, I've actually attached it to the wrong place, haven't I? So the issue with what I've done is that in order for this to actually work, we have to go through these clutches first. We actually want to ignore this clutch. We do. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this one straight into there. Delete that, shove this way, do this, and send this straight down here. delete this guy. We're then going to need a pipe in there. Yes. All right, cool. And it's one of these. So if I shove that in there like this, I believe that's correct. It's hard to see. These ones are hard to see. But that's good. Yep, cool. And now what we need to do is get a T-piece. Like this one. Shove it onto there like that. And that's all good. Yeah. All right. These currently aren't connected. I thought they were. Didn't we connect them? I'm confused. Left motor, yes. Right motor, yes. W and S, A and D. I did connect them earlier, didn't I? Anyway, let's go and drive this into the water. Alright, so now when I go to actually move them, yes, that does indeed work. They're very slow, but that's because it's currently driving the actual tracks. So if I turn that off, it should spin faster. Hopefully. Alright guys, we're about to get Waterborn. This is for the first time that it is actually going to be able to sail. So once we get in the water, we're going to switch off the clutches for the tracks. And we're going to move into the clutches for these guys. And we'll see if we can actually sail. They're a little bit high, but I think they'll work. So if I cut this off and I start just using these guys. Ooh. Ooh. Because we're not actually floating yet, that doesn't seem to be moving us. But once we're floating, I think it will actually be able to move us. Yeah. We're moving. To be fair, this shouldn't be very fast anyway because it's massive. But it is actually able to float and drive. So, in what situation would you actually use this then? I guess if you're crossing a river or something like that and you need to. Because it is working. They are doing their job. They're not spinning very fast, but it is doing its job. I say that. Are we even moving? They've stopped. Alright, I want to know what's going on back there. They shouldn't be stopping. Alright, so open this up. Clutch. Alright, so the RPS is very, very low there. What's the RPS through this? Alright, so there isn't any through that. And the engine RPS must be insanely low. Because it's not working. Oh, wait. I think I know the issue. So the issue we are having is that I'm using a clutch, right? A clutch microcontroller. So I'm going to have to use the same clutch microcontroller for the back as I am the front. So how do I go about doing that? No, wait, I'm not. Oh, that's for this though, isn't it? It is. Ah. Okay, but what's the RPS limit on that? It's 15. So realistically, 15 is not really high enough for us. It should be higher. So let's go ahead and actually raise that to 20. That's probably okay. I don't need this one. Alright, I don't need that. Delete all of these. So that doesn't make sense. I don't know why this isn't working. Clutch is obviously in, so that's all good. The RPS is connected. Throttle is connected. The control fin not connected. But yeah, the clutch pressure should be connected. And that should work out fine. I'm going to add 2 more gearboxes. Because I can. So let's go ahead and do that. And we'll raise both of those to 3-to-1. Because realistically, this engine should be able to power these propellers very, very quickly. And very, very effectively. So if I do this and this, let's go ahead and spawn it in. We won't put it in the water just yet, but we'll see how fast it goes. So, jump in. Turn on the engine. Alright, cool. Oh, wait. Ah, wait, hang on. My throttle for the engine is connected to WNS as well. Yes, that is the issue. Of course it is. So my actual throttle for the engine is connected to WNS, and because of that, it's having some severe issues. Because it's actually running it idle when I'm trying to push it in the water. Okay, let's go ahead and put a throttle in here. And we will figure that out. We'll just go ahead and put the engine on this throttle lever. And that'll be good. Alright, so connect this to here. And also here. And that's it. That should be fine. Connect this to some actual electricity. And off we go. Let's test it. Alright, so we start the engine. We then throttle it up. It is now running pretty well. We then throttle up these propellers. And they are flying. Oh yeah. Also, we should actually be able to drive a lot quicker now anyway. Because I increased the maximum RPM. So I think we are actually driving faster too. Excellent. Let's get it in the water and see if these things will actually push us around now. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to cut the throttle to the actual engine. Oh, no, not to the engine, but the clutch pressure on the tracks. And I'm just going to go with clutch pressure in on the propellers. Look at how fast this thing goes. Holy balls. We actually have a battleship now. Amazing. So realistically, we can steer just using these, which it is sort of doing, which also means that we can actually go inside the turret, aim the gun, and we can actually use this thing as a bit of a ship. That's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie, I actually really like it. Right, so let's say we reload the gun. I just want to fire the gun once. Let's go ahead and grab one of these rounds, shove it up into the gun. Excellent. Jump back into the seat, close the thing. Let's aim at something. I do need some sort of thing. I need a view marker thing. Anyway, a gun sight, that's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, let's go ahead and try and aim at something and shoot. So let's fire at our building, I guess. 3, 2, 1. Let's see if this hits. It did hit the building. Very nice. It's a little bit unstable with this thing flopping around on the top, but to be fair, it's an artillery cannon, so that makes sense. Overall, though, it's totally floating and actually works out very well. I want to test something else, though. What happens if I just activate one side? So I'm no longer pressing up. So that means only one side is actually properly powering. This side's sort of spinning slowly and is now turned off. This side is spinning as fast as it can, which means our turning circle should actually be pretty good. That's totally working. Nice. Anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this video here for now. Thank you very much for the suggestion to make it float. The last one that we built, we actually made go across the bottom of the ocean. That involved a bunch of other complicated things that weren't actually that complicated. It was just ropes attached to buoys. But yeah, no, I really like this. So, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in the next one when we do some more stuff to this. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.